All righty, welcome everybody to Talking Real Estate with Champions Real Estate Team here at Berkshire Hathaway Home Service Ambassador Real Estate Company. My name is Mark Wehner II, team leader here at Champions Real Estate Team. Joining me today is Russ Williams with Williams Mortgage, and then my co-host Camden. So sometimes when I'm at home, he likes to jump on and talk to everybody. You say hi, you wave. So, anyways, we jump on here every week. We've been off for 2 weeks. We had the holiday season, New Year's, and all that good stuff. So happy 2025 to everybody. Hope you're having a great New Year. So we want to catch you up to date on what's going on in the real estate market here. And then I usually start off with a quick tip. So the quick tip that I have this week is basically getting an updated escrow analysis on your mortgage, essentially. So which what we've seen here in Nebraska, basically our property taxes. Basically, what happened is the mill levy dropped a little bit with the school tax credits, and so that your property taxes has gone down on there. So me personally, I just called on Monday. Called my lender and said, hey, our property taxes went down. She's like, yeah, we can, they'll reanalyze it in basically April, take effect in May, or we can do it now for you. And I was on the phone with her. And it's a local bank, which was, lucky. So she basically just did it while I was on the phone. She's like, oh, your payment will go down X amount. You had a little bit of a shortage from the previous one. So basically we added that to the payment just to reduce our February payment down for based what off your property taxes are. So that's something I would recommend. It's basically just a phone call. It doesn't cost you anything. And then basically what they'll do is if you have an overage, they'd refund that overage to you because the mortgage company can't keep that extra money. They basically have to send it to you, and they would send that to you already in April, May timeframe, or if you want it now, reduce your payment by X amount, whatever your dollar amount is. I know on my investment properties, those are going down a little bit. And my primary residence went down a decent amount. So it also just depends too on what your house, if your assessed value went up, even though your mill levy went down, you might not see as much of a decrease. So that's what I've been seeing, talking with some of my clients, past clients that have been buying houses and stuff like that. So that's just something. Give your mortgage company a call the mortgage center, the servicing center, and basically say, hey, can you run an escrow analysis on me? My property taxes went down, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, whatever that number is. They can look it up on your county and then run the numbers for you. So it's hopefully save you a little bit of extra income over the month and all that good stuff. So, but yeah, let's take a look at what's gone on. Oh, I forgot to open up the budget buckets, the graphics here. Give me 2 seconds. But yeah, so we saw as I looked at them earlier, we had the new listings that went live over the last 7 days. We had 675 new listings. So last time we did this video was December 18th. Oh, you saying hi to Russ? We had like 377. So we had 300 more homes go live than 2 weeks ago. And so what does that mean to you as the homeowner, home buyer, home seller? Basically, that's showing us that after the first of the year, everyone's going to get their houses on the market, and that's kind of indicative of what's going on here. Let me pull it up. I got it on my side, and then so everyone else can see it. And there we go. So yeah, so like I said, 675 on the new listings that came on the market over the last 7 days. So basically, after the first year, everyone's got everything ready to go, getting those houses on the market. We only had 239 new contracts written. So that, we have a bunch of houses come on the market, not a lot of contracts written. I think cold weather, all that kind of stuff. Don't grab the microphone, buddy. Really a mess. Sorry about that. But yeah, and then we had 257 happy new homeowners. So happy new year to them with the new house. So, but yeah, let's jump in, see what 30,000 foot view is here. And there we go. So we have 3,082 homes in the Omaha and Lincoln area, as we see there. So that's basically the entire MLS and kind of on the eastern side of Nebraska here. And then we got the 1,850 in Douglas, Sarpy County, so narrow down kind of the Omaha metro area. Existing homes was 2 weeks ago was at 900 and almost 1,000 homes. And so we've had some of those houses come off the market here. And then new construction is right about that 1,000 mark where it's been. Months of inventory, 4.7. So we're kind of almost in a neutral market there when you look at the months of inventory. But that's going to be indicative of the overall market, the 30,000 foot view. When you go down into certain price points, that number is going to drop down. Oop, you just busted the pen. Don't be eating anything. Let me see. Let me see, buddy. Anyways, and then average sold price is up. From previously at 340, 347 up now it's up to 352. So anyways, that's what we got going on in the market here. Camden's getting a little owly here. So let's jump it over to Russ. and see what we got going on the mortgage side of it for the first of the year here.
How you doing, Mark? 2025, hard to believe. Interest rates are holding steady. We are actually up very slightly, and we're sitting at roughly 4-month highs, 5-month highs. And we're going to be watching pretty closely to see what some of the economic data is to determine whether or not rates might move a little bit higher before we see improvement. Certainly, there's a lot of uncertainty. We don't know what the new administration might do, what kind of spending there might be, whether that might put pressure on inflation or not. So understandably, the markets are a little bit cautious, and that's partially why we're seeing interest rates up a little bit. Having said that, though, sometimes interest rates being up a little bit means that there are some prospective home buyers that go to the sidelines. And so those home buyers that do remain in the market looking to buy homes can sometimes get a great deal on a house. Certainly, if mortgage rates happen to come back down, those folks that went to the sideline likely will return, meaning we'll have more prospective buyers trying to buy those same homes, and we could see more upward pressure on home prices. And Mark and I have talked about this many, many, many times. You buy the house, you marry the house, you date the rate. So buy the house now at today's price and refinance when and if rates do come down. Having said that, though, as we head into the spring markets, there is some subsidy money out there, especially for first-time home buyers whose income is at or below certain levels of the area median income. And we're continuing to see that investors are actively wanting to buy mortgages, get mortgages. And so even though rates are higher than they maybe normally are, we're not dealing with capacity pricing. And so that's helping to keep rates better than what they would otherwise be. So what I would tell you is if you're thinking at all about buying a house in 2025, get off the fence right now. Get in touch with Mark and his team and at least be ready to go. So if the perfect house comes along, you can marry the house and date the rate if you need to and refinance later on.
Yeah, and that's I've gotten a handful of calls over the last week or so of past clients referring me to their friends and their family and stuff, and saying, "Hey, so and so is going to reach out to you, and talk about buying a house, selling a house," which is great. And my reply to that, my past clients, because they know because I've coached them, I'm like, "Hey, we need to talk sooner than later, so they don't wait 2 weeks, a month, and then all of a sudden they find the perfect house, and then it's kind of a scramble. Hey, let's get together." I met a couple last night. We jumped on Zoom and an hour or so and just kind of chatted about what goes on, the game plans, and the blueprints of what to do, and how to get your house ready to sell, what it looks like on the buy side, and that's the thing is, when we sit down and have those kind of, coaching sessions, is I'm going to tell you what the buyers are thinking, what the sellers are thinking, so both sides of the coin, whether you're a seller or a buyer, what the other playbook is on the other side. And that's like Russ said, there's a lot of people that just go to the sidelines because it's too cold. I don't want to look at houses. Well, when you jump in the market in the April, May timeframe with everybody else, that pool gets pretty crowded, and all that good stuff. And so, but if you can get something now, that you don't have to buy something now, but like I said, 675 new homes just came on the market in the last 7 days. 2 weeks ago, we only had 300 new homes come on the market in the last 7 days. So we doubled basically what our, 300 more houses that came on the market. Maybe one of those is the perfect house for you, and great, then let's jump on it before everybody else jumps on it, and all that good stuff. So those, probably those extra 300 people are now new home buyers that just jumped in the market because their house is now on the market. They got to go somewhere, unless they're relocating or something like that. So it's just kind of, knowing the rules and how people play the game is how we can kind of get ahead of the curve, and get you out ahead of the pack and things of that sort. And if there's not the best house for you right now, then like I said, then let's wait. But at least you have that information. You got all your ducks in a row. You've reached out to Russ. You've got a game plan. You know what your purchasing power is. You know where you're comfortable on your mortgage payments. You're not doing that in April when the perfect house comes up, and all of a sudden you're scrambling. Oh gosh, I love this house. We got to go see it, Mark. We got to get there and there today. And then we're hustling, and I've done that, and we've been successful at that. But we try to alleviate that stress. It's like you got to have the mini camps, and you got to have the preseason, you got to have the spring game, and then you finally get to the season, and it's like you don't want to just jump into the season. You got to have all those summer workouts and those things to get ready for your season out there. And that's just kind of sports analogy with being a coach for umpteen years, but that's just how I kind of approach it in that manner. And I think that's probably my clients benefit from that because they're ready to go. And you can kind of see that when I'm selling a house and I get a contract, and it's like, you call that agent, hey, what lender are they using? Are they talking this? Oh, we haven't really got to that point. Well, as a seller, I want someone that's got all their ducks in a row, that I know that are going to get to the finish line, and that's what I look for as an agent, making sure that my clients are going to get to the finish line, and, from a buy side, and then obviously from the seller side that we got, a buyer that's ready, willing, and able to rock and roll. So, yeah, that's kind of all I got. I don't know if Russ has anything else. I mean, that's kind of our, in a nutshell, we try to keep it short and sweet to the point. So,
Temperatures are cold, but it's a hot time to buy a house. Get out there now.
yeah, when no one else is. So, yeah, awesome. I appreciate everybody joining us, and have a great new year going forward. And if we can help you in any way, shape, or form, give us a holler. And love to help you, love to coach you, love to educate you over the process, and we'll rock and roll from there. So we'll see everybody next week, and stay warm out there.